What is going on? It is another Tuesday, which means we are going over Cardano, NFTs, all things on this stream. I want to say big ups to everyone in the chat already waiting. Thank you so much for being here. Shiny, we're barely late, not really. Gully, what's going on? Strega Heart, Green Fingers, G3, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the chat. You guys like that little like prism thing? I don't know. I'm testing a lot of things out. I don't know what I want to do. We'll probably make some new things. We need Sorax. Sorax, you're here for the giveaways. We got giveaways for you. I am prepared for at most 5 giveaways today, minimum 3 giveaways today. So hopefully you could earn yourself one. We've got a chocked full show today, 1 hour of straight fire, and I've got 3 guests with me. 2 of them are on right now, but hopefully the third one will be on a little later. But I want to introduce you guys to a great friend of the channel and a new friend of the channel. Okay, so just without further, oh, by the way, guys, if you guys are liking these NFT Tuesdays, CNFT Tuesdays, give me a 1 in the chat if you guys are liking them. Give me a 2 in the chat if you guys want to see something else, like a different ecosystem or whatever. Actually, today I want to give away 1 new NFT, and it's on the Ethereum network. I know it's not Cardano NFTs, but it's worth 1.5 Ethereum, okay? It's worth 1.5 Ethereum, and I want to give it away tonight on live stream. There's a couple things, a couple hoops we got to go through, but it's a promotional from an old video of mine. It's like it's a big one. So, well, I think it's a 1.5 ETH, so it's good. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Let me bring on the first guest, okay? Of course, you guys already know. I got to do my intros here. Here we go. The man is a rocket, not a runner. The man is the sun in a hot Nauru summer. His ear to the streets as he walks to his beats, times a crash like he's playing as a drummer. He's the one, the only Tommy from Freedom 35.
Welcome yo. What's going on, man? I love these intros. And how fitting this week for the Naru's just happened to be on the shirt. But happy to be on, man.
Good to have you on. You always deliver the most valuable content for us. I'm always learning from you, and so hopefully a lot of people can learn as well. So yeah, sure. We're doing a lot of NFT, CNFT giveaways today. I want to introduce a new friend of the channel. I'm always hanging out in Twitter Spaces, and I hear what these guys are saying, and I like to invite the guys up who are like just making a lot of sense to me, and just makes a lot of just makes a lot of sense. And so we're gonna bring him on. His name is well, you know what? Let me give him the proper intro here. Collection ever growing. He's a true possessor. Calling out plays, but he isn't a guesser. He's not a professor, but he is a big blesser. You guys will know him, well, maybe, as the one, the only Esco from Twitter Spaces. Okay, Esco. Looks like, wow, what a beautiful face underneath that thing.
Shout out to the dude, Ada, man. It's my boy. Had to do a little tribute to him. It's always fun and games in here.
For sure. Esco, maybe give us a little bit of background of who you are, how you came into crypto and started like trading NFTs and all that kind of stuff.
It's fair to say that I started like most people with the whole Robinhood, the easiest app to get addicted to, thinking that you're going to be a day trader and you're just constantly getting slayed because it's fairly gamified. So that was my very first introduction to crypto. Then looking at YouTube videos on the way to home, on the way to work in the mornings, got into following some influencers and stuff, and got into my first NFT project that way. It was like via influencer type of thing. So from there, ended up on the Discord quite a bit. And then eventually somebody guided me towards the Twitter Spaces, and I've never gone back to Discord pretty much. So now we just kick it on the Twitter Spaces way too much, it seems like. Made a bunch of friends in there. We help each other, make sure that we don't get wrecked by the influence, and here we are.
Yeah, good deal. So from Robinhood to Discord to Twitter Spaces, big ups to everyone in the chat right now. Cryptomaniac, Jay Connor, Shiny, of course, Sorax. Good to see everybody. I'd like to start off with a game. Let's start off small, really quick, and then let's get into some of the just because everyone's here already. Ada Man.
Ada Man just walked in. Ada Man just walked He missed it, bro. Hey, the man.
He's got your name on there too. He's,
Yeah, he's
got
repping
your
him
name
on it.
on
I'm
there
not gonna
too.
lie. I thought that was I was watching NFA right there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to need. We're gonna have to have whole costumes here, especially for Halloween. That'd be funny.
You get the gloves and all.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start off with a game and a giveaway here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up my iPad here. Okay. Let me pull this up. All right. So what we're gonna play today is we're gonna play Hangman, except we're gonna play Hang Naru. So you don't want to make sure that this Naru gets hung, okay? You want to make sure that it. So I'm gonna give Tommy and Esco, and they're gonna go back and forth in guessing a letter, okay, or vowel or whatever. And I already have the letters here. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna draw out a little Naru, and anyone in the chat is gonna be able to guess it. Hopefully, this will be a fast game so we can get to the actual content of the video. But I thought this would be a fun game to start off with. So I'm gonna give it to Esco. Why don't you start us off into asking about a letter?
I guess with an E.
E, not there. Oh boy. Oh boy. This Naru is
Oh.
being here.
I'm gonna go with let's go with an A.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Vowels are
Oh,
getting
damn.
killed.
Start with an I.
An I. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What?
You?
This is bad
Oh
news.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I see what it is.
I like to solve the puzzle.
If any, I'm watching the chat. Okay, if anyone wants to guess in the chat, like the word, just type in the word. But these guys are gonna guess the letters. So I think Tommy, you're up or something. Or
I think it's
Tommy.
Esco, but I can solve the puzzle if he doesn't.
Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
Y.
Why? Ooh, oh boy. Go ahead, Tommy.
Ooh, not the way that I thought it was gonna go. M.
M. No.
You spelled it different.
What?
Oh boy.
Oh no,
Maybe
should have
we
been an I at the end.
It's not.
I
It's
think
not
we got.
Cardano related. I just picked the word.
Oh,
Oh,
that's where I'm going. Like, what's our topic right now?
Yeah, sorry. No, it's not Cardano related.
C.
C. Oh boy. Oh,
Uh
Oh,
oh.
I see.
D.
golly. D.
B.
V.
B. Like from boat. Oh my
All he
goodness.
needs is his Oh wait, does he have tail? Do Narus have tails?
They got a horn. They have a narwhal horn.
I'm leaving that for the last.
Okay. Shoot, S.
S. One. You got probably 2 guesses left here, guys.
Yikes.
F.
F. No. No. Last guess here.
Let's go just for the chat's going over there. Let's go with L.
I'm looking at Gully, Bunny, Hummy. No, not an L. Oh boy, this Naru's dead. This Naru's dead.
Just hang them
Guys,
up, dude.
I'm gonna give 5 seconds for anyone else who could
It
guess
was
this.
goalie.
Anyone? Not Gully. It's not Gully. I wish it was Gully. That would have been a good one. It's not Gully. It's not crypto related. I just picked a word that I thought it was great. Guys, no one wins this one. Oh golly.
Puffy.
Puffy.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Jeez.
Well, hopefully in the future we could guess that. I've got a lot more for that. I hope you guys like that. Did you guys like that? Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys like that game. Give me a 2 if no, you guys want to go back to the cities or whatever. So, before we let me bring on my 4th guest here. He finally made it in. Bro, what an ugly puppy. That was a freaking Naru, dude. That was a Naru. I like to switch it up. All right, let me bring on the last guest here. He's obviously a returner to the channel. Helps me. He's my co-host. The man has a duck, but also a flamingo. He lives with all the birds. He picked up their lingo. Thinks out of the box whenever he squawks. When he flocks to a flip, he says bingo. He's the one, the only, the crypto warden. Welcome to the channel, brother.
What's going on, guys? I mean, what Aaron fails to tell you guys is that we were playing Hangman a little bit today in the office, and we spent about an hour trying to get one of these words that one of our coworkers was able to put up. So it took us a little minute. So that's where he got the inspiration for the game tonight.
I did. Okay,
That's
so I'm getting feedback. Thank you guys for the feedback. Hopefully this will make a lot more sense here. But there we go. All right, guys, let's get right into the Esco, meet Ethan, the crypto warden. Ethan,
How you doing, brother?
Tommy, Esco,
What's
Esco,
up, dude?
Tommy,
Nice to meet you.
and
Nice to meet you.
way to meet everybody. All right, good deal, guys. What is the play this week? What are the best plays? What are the best mints? Is it still birds? Is there another animal taking over? What do you guys think? What's the state of the Cardano NFT market? And where, as a new person, where should I be looking towards putting my money into? Anyone got any tips?
Tommy, do you want to take it?
I said I can either take. I like to defer. Let's go Esco. It's the first time on a channel. Let's hear what you got. We
True
got
that, yeah.
playing right now.
So in regards to what's going on in the space right now, is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the most recent mints, I guess, that were like highly hyped were obviously the Mallard Order. That was just crazy.
Do you own any?
I don't. I didn't go in. Yeah, I know. I've been
Dang.
focusing on other stuff.
Okay.
And then the second one to that, I think Mallard was really creative because they saw that Journey was going to mint. You know what I mean? So they kind of played each other right there. So Journey, the Flamingos as well was another fairly hype mint. I think those are been the two significant ones. I think to me, even though I didn't mint either of the two of them.
Really?
And then the third one, which I really hope that I get whitelist, but I think with 10,000 supply, I think that I'll be able to get into just regular public. Will be the Ore. That one's another really good art. I would just buy it for the art.
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
Oh man, you better pull out your notepad and chalk it up as a note and do a little research afterwards, because Ore is more like anime, manga type of style art. They have a really solid artist. The artist alone on Instagram has like 100 and something.
ORE.
ORE, and then repeat that a couple times. Yeah, there you go. And they got like passes and all kinds of stuff. So they have a really solid community. I really hate saying community, but yeah, they have a solid team behind them, really highly promoted. The art is good. The artist itself is a big deal aside from this NFT collection. So he stands on his own 2 feet, sort of thing, as an artist. So yeah, that's the next most promising one, I think.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's get to this. But I do want to talk Mallards selfishly because I own a number of them, and I did want.
Said a lot. Let's go, baby.
I wanted to know. Better start cashing the coins. Yeah, I wanted to know, how are you thinking? How's the Freedom 35 community thinking? What are your thoughts towards Mallards? I know you. Do you own some? Tommy over there.
Yeah. Obviously, we were big proponents of Mallard Order for the last few months. We held the invitation letters. TJ had gotten airdropped one. Tom had bought one in. I had ended up grabbing a couple, and then I think I ended up getting 6 ducks off the mint, and then ended up grabbing. I'm up to I think 16 ducks right now. Currently.
16 freaking.
Yeah. So
ducks over here.
Oh yeah, so I've been going in on Mallard Order a little bit, just because I believe the long term they have a bright future, and I ended up flipping one of the letters that I had. I kind of made one of the plays. We have a plays channel over in the Block Investment Group over in Big. You may have heard of him. His name's Jason, but they have the Jelly Cube project, and inside of there we have a plays channel, and inside of that plays channel, my goal originally for that mint was if you had an invitation letter, which we talked about on your show, Aaron, where you guys flipped that second one for about 2,500 ADA on the run up before mint. So you guys made a good play there. The second play to follow up to that was to buy the letters up after the mint had happened, because everybody was going to dump them for the liquidity. So people picked letters up from like 1,100 to 1,200 ADA, and I did the same. I picked up a second one during that time frame while they were minting, and then reflip that letter again up at 1,800 when they rose, and still hold on to my original letter. And with that ADA, I was able to buy into some more ducks around the 300, 400 range. And then obviously you can see the floor currently sitting right around 600 right now. So I've been slowly accumulating. They have different roles and ranks with the different schools of thoughts right now. So I've been kind of setting myself up to get the different roles inside the Discord and just spend collecting, man. Been having fun with it.
What's your long term outlook? Are you going to flip these at a certain price point? Are you going to hold them for indefinitely? What's the plan here?
I mean, eventually there would be some sort of sell on these, right? I'm not going to sit there and hold forever.
Are you comfortable with selling? I'm trying to figure out for myself.
It depends, right? Because like I said, I minted 6 of them. So if I wanted to, most of the ones that I minted were, I think I minted 3 at 90 ADA, and I minted the other 3 or 2 at 120, and then 1 at 130. So as it stands right now, I'm like a 4x almost, somewhere around that line. So I'd say anywhere over, like I said, 1,000 ADA. Once they hit somewhere on the floor, I may offload a couple of them just to recoup my cost back. And then from there, I may invest some of that back into the invitation letters, and eventually down the line, kind of see what they got going on. They're rewarding people right now for holding, because the higher tier roles you have inside their Discord, the more weighted they're doing these weighted giveaways currently for either ADA, for more ducks, for invitation letters. And even the invitation holders themselves are getting actual daily ADA giveaways generated straight from their secondary sales of the letters themselves. So 100% of the royalties from the secondary market go directly back to the holders in the form of giveaways that are daily inside the Discord. So for me, it's more valuable to buy those.
That's a lottery system, though, right?
It's a random giveaway, right? But it gets weighted by the amount that you hold. So the higher the amount that you hold, the better chance you have of winning that stuff.
Got it. So if I'm sitting in the chat right now and I'm looking at these ducks and I don't know anything about them, but they're sitting at about 600 ADA, and you just said that you believe they're going to go to 1,000 ADA, would it be right to assume that, okay, I could 2x my money if I buy at 6 and then hopefully sell at 11, 12? Does that sound like a pretty good, the odds are pretty good for that? NFA, right? Not financial advice at the same time, but does that sound like a good idea?
I would say depending on what your price point is, right? Like there is a very popular mint that's upcoming this Saturday in the Raccoon Syndicate, which we can probably talk about here in a little bit. So I may be, if I might not be jumping in right at this exact moment, there is a Catalyst event coming up, Snapshot this Thursday. They have, that's why people have been buying up all the mallards right now, and the floor price rose the way that it did, because depending on what certain roles and the schools of thought that you hold, there's going to be certain airdrops and chances. So I think after that event happens and that snapshot's over, you may see some people dump back a little bit. So that might be a better buying opportunity if you're trying to get in. But I mean, anything, if you can get in sub 500, great for you, but I don't see them dropping too much further below that right in the short term. Okay, so I'd say anywhere around that would be your price point to kind of look at.
If you guys heard that, Tommy thinks a sub 500 duck mallard would be a pretty good price. They've been sitting and floating around 650 for about half a week now, currently under 6. I picked up I have about 9, and I owe one to a friend. So I owe one to actually Saran, the bandit. So, and that's me cashing out. I took the mallard and then I wanted to buy his computer because he's got a gaming computer because I want to play more gaming. And so, I'm going to have to pick up 2 because I want to get the 10 ranking or whatever. Warden, what do you think about mallards then? Are you long-term? Are you going to still accumulate? What kind of ducks do you have? What's your play?
Well, I'm 100% looking to accumulate. We've been talking about mallards for about a couple months now. I mean, me and the Freedom 35ers, we're real interested in the project. We're looking to hold long term. I actually ended up having a mallard that sold right before the show for about 1,100 ADA. So, so I had that little flip, and then I immediately put it right back into the floor and bought me one of those because I still believe in the project long term, but I mean, just to be able to recoup some of the money that I spent in there is a big play.
Okay, good deal. Guys, thanks so much for that. Let's talk about another project, but of course, I need to try to give another giveaway here, guys. I have to try to do this. So let's try to put this up. Everyone is back on. We're going to do another hangman here. Let me share this screen. Okay, here's the last word. If you guys are just joining us, here's the rules. Oh, big what's up to J Crypto Minded, Nathan, Sorax, Mike Thomas, Rico. I hate pants.
Dude, I hate pants, dude. I hate pants.
Good,
Fact.
good. Big ups to everybody in here. Glad that you guys are here. Let's say Bitcoin dumps 30%. You really think that these JPEGs will keep value? Good. Well, good point. Let's bring up the contrarian viewpoints here. I have no problem doing that. Let's say Bitcoin dumps by 30%. You really think these JPEGs will keep value? Yes, it might keep the same ADA value, but not
That
the
J crypto,
USD.
like J crypto.
No, not J Crypto. Different J.
Oh, okay. I was
What do you
like,
guys
man,
have to
that's
say about this? Do you guys have any good feedback on this one or rebuttal?
I mean, it really just depends on who you're going to talk to, because you have certain bigger whales in this space that fully believe in these different NFTs, and especially with these bigger projects like you have Chilled Kongs or like Ape Society. But if you're talking more just people who are more coin minded and just people who are a little more market minded, it could be really different. It really just depends. It's all opinionated.
I think right now it depends. Like, define your value of value. Your definition of value. Because at the same time, are you talking in value of ADA, or are you talking in value of the NFT?
Mm.
I think NFTs. That's part of the reason why we do what we're doing, especially in a bear market. They're such a good hedge, in my opinion, to crypto right now, because they don't follow. I mean, to some degree, the volume is going to follow, the market a little bit. But in regards to, like you said, catalyst events and new projects launching and future airdrops and things like that, they kind of, go to their own individual chart. So if they're, like you said, Chilled Kongs is their Magic Kongs coming up, so hopefully in sometime in September. I don't see Chilled Kongs taking a huge hit because BTC drops 30%. It may hit, some sort of value down, but people are still going to be hyped for that project. And I don't necessarily think it's going to impact it as much as the crypto markets does, unless, like you said, the volume leaves the NFT market itself.
Good point. And then you just ride the wave. It's the same thing. If Bitcoin dumps,
Yeah.
everything else dumps. But if Bitcoin rises, those ADA will rise. But the ADA count on the NFTs hopefully will rise as well. Esco, what do you think about that? If Bitcoin dumps 30%, what do you think about keeping value?
I usually stay within like the Cardano ecosystem, but I also got a couple, Ethereum NFTs and stuff, and I see the Ethereum floor be so much more reactive to, coins price action, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you were to look at like mutant apes and stuff like that, that I look at all the time, you can see them fluctuate like very like kind of like live with the action price of Ethereum, whereas in Cardano, as Tommy was saying, is a really good hedge because you don't see people going in there and adjusting the price. You know what I mean? Like, if you're writing this towards the next halving of Bitcoin, which is to me the only sort of ultimate indicator of a way up, the closer we get in that direction, I feel that that's when we're going to see obviously increase of price. Then ultimately just accumulating ADA is all that matters from now to then. If you're in here trying to flip and accumulate ADA to pay your rent and stuff like that, it's going to be a long hassly
Couple
work
years.
for you. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all about just accumulating ADA and writing it to the closest to the halving, to where we all know here what happens when we get closer to that. That's ultimately the next bull run, right?
Yeah.
So, or guaranteed uptrend.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I think when we talk about the halving, for me, I've had a thesis on the channel for the three things that will hit the next bull run: a Fed U-turn, What was the other one? Shoot, regulation, and the next Bitcoin halving. And I think everyone has to pay attention to these three things because I think those are huge catalysts. You just said halving. I think there's two more. You might or might not disagree, but if we're accumulating ADA, that's it doesn't matter. Everything goes down with Bitcoin goes down. Everything runs up when Bitcoin goes up. This the volatility of higher jumps might be with ADA. I kind of accept this premise. Jay crypto minded, so that's that kind of stuff. Good discussion, guys. Let's get back to the fun part here. I'd like to
Hangman.
bring some of these things in. This one's for we'll do this for an NFT here. Remember, guys, I stay till the end of the stream. I've got an NFT that's worth 1.5 Ethereum. I'm gonna tell you how to win it. It was given to me, and I'm gonna give it away live on this channel to someone. One of us here is gonna get it, including our guests here, because it's so big. I don't want them to miss out. So I'm not sure if they're gonna like it or not. Well, it'll be like a random drawing or whatever. Anyway, let's build out this thing. I'm gonna build out. Let's do another Naru. I like building that thing out. But here is the next word.
We get a
And
topic.
then Ethan, you could go ahead and guess first. And this one is crypto, an NFT project related.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's not going to be jazz because obviously it's not 4 letters. So we're going to start off with a nice little respectable A.
And you said it was what related?
NFT.
NFT
related.
project related.
Ooh.
Ooh, we'll go with E.
We'll go with
Anyone in the chat can guess. Anyone in the chat
We'll
can
go
guess.
with
I'm
the
trying to
U.
keep an eye on everything here.
We'll go with the U. It's not.
Not Journey.
Oh, there's a C.
Go ahead. You're gonna guess C, Ethan?
Well, no, I was just saying there was a C in the chat. I want to make sure the chat gets
No.
involved
You
too.
guys are the only ones guessing the letters.
Oh, okay. All right, bet.
And then let these guys guess.
Oh, okay. My fault. That's what I get for being late. I didn't remember the rules.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go with an R. Dang, I'm slacking tonight.
Right. What about a D? Ooh, okay. Esco, you're muted, I think.
Was that a C up there?
That was a C, but only you guys are guessing the letters. They're guessing the words.
Oh, okay. Let's go
You
with
guys can
an
guess the letters,
I.
Would you say I?
Yeah. Damn.
Not Peppa.
Originally, when we started, I was thinking yummy, but it's definitely not yummy now with that
They
E.
guessed that
So
first.
yeah, I'm going to have to go with P. Dang. 0 for 3.
Let's go. What about S? Oh.
Dead
go with
Naruto
it.
incoming.
Let's go with a T.
This is here's the topic. It's an NFT. NFT related.
NFT related.
E, huh?
I have no idea. I'll go with an N.
And boy, you guys are
Dang. Bro, we're bad at this.
Yo. Let's go. Ooh, man, this is tough.
The topic is NFT related. It's NFT related.
Is it CNFT related?
Yes,
Let-
CNFT related for sure.
Okay.
Ooh. And not what did we say? Y?
No, you didn't say why.
No, we did not.
Boom. All right, we're on the board.
Yes, sir. Keeping us alive.
Pressure.
Well,
Let's
NFT people.
go with a B.
A B? No, not a B. And I'm gonna give them like, what do Naruto's have? Like they have a little sandbox hat.
They have the unicorns, yeah.
I'm
You
not
can give
gonna
them
give
like
them
a.
unicorn last.
Oh man. Who's up next?
Ethan.
I don't even remember. Oh, it's my turn.
Oh, I think somebody just mentioned it.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. Yep.
Crawford.
Literally right as they said it. Yep.
There you
Crawford
go.
Yeah.
gets it, baby. Crawford.
There you go, Crawford.
Good job, Crawford.
Congratulations, Crawford Fortune, for getting this one. Man, that is Jelly Cubes, guys. This is the NFT
sir.
NFT space. Good stuff. What a great game. I think that was awesome. I thought that was
Yes,
pretty
sir.
awesome. So okay, Crawford, you're gonna win something. I'm gonna send you. Let's do. You could take 50 ADA or an NFT of my choice. What do you want to take? Anyone? You saved the Naru too. Look at this guy. That Naru is about to be dead too. Shoot.
He's got the spike through the head, dude.
I'm gonna write
exactly.
your name, Crawford. So we'll just get back to the. Let's see. You could decide, Crawford. All right,
Ooh.
cool, guys. That was awesome. All right, thanks for playing. We still have the 1.5 ETH NFT giveaway incoming. But talk to me about these raccoons. You guys all mentioned these raccoons.
Yes, sir. The chat was up with it too.
Yeah, the chat was definitely on it. I knew I wanted to get to that. So, yeah, talk to me about what the heck a raccoon is. What am I doing with this thing? I know I had it pulled up here. Does anyone have any information on this? Because I know nothing about this thing.
Yeah, this is a project that's we got a chance to interview over on our side. I know NFA is and Chronic and them have talked to him. He's very popular in the space. He's another NFT YouTuber as well. His name is Timmy. He goes by Cardano Ecosystem News. He's one of the co-founders of the project with the 3D artist. Her name's Kiyama. Um, and the two of them met originally. Timmy does his YouTube videos. It's like a 3D I forget what the word is for that. Like Vox, like he does his own like what's the name of that like model, 3D model of himself, where he actually does.
You're talking
So
about
yeah, so he does he turns himself into a 3D cat, and he actually contracted Kiyama originally to do the model for his YouTube channel, and the
it's
two of
called
them hit it
Rig,
off.
3D rigged character.
There you go. Yeah, so he had the two of them met doing that, and then he ended up partnering with her, and they ended up creating this project, Raccoon Syndicate. And she does all the 3D artwork for this. We got to see a little bit of behind the scenes. It's like some of the most top tier like art, like 3D art that's out there right now that I as far as I've seen. It's like very detailed, and it's really cool to see some of the behind the scenes stuff that she's doing. But they have this model that is hold to earn versus play to earn. And the whole concept between the hold to earn is essentially that whatever you don't have to do anything, right? As long as it sits in your wallet, it's they have these things called battle points, and these battle points accumulate every few set number of days. I don't know if it's every 5 days or what it is, and depending on what traits and stuff that you hold on these, you get certain amount of battle points. And at the end of I forget what the actual time frame is, there's certain rewards and stuff that you can get. So they're releasing six total syndicates here, and the first of the two syndicates are releasing this weekend on the 13th for the whitelist, and the 14th, which is Sunday, I think, for the public. And they're doing 5,000 of these, and I believe about 95% of it so far has been whitelisted. So if you haven't got a whitelist spot and registered your wallet already today, you may not even have a chance to mint this in the public. It's going to be close. I know that, but they have 110 ADA whitelist price and 120 ADA public. And this is kind of going to be, I think, one of the more hot mints. It reminds me kind of like how Block did Jelly Cubes. He's a very popular influencer in the space, and that the lower supply did pretty well. I can imagine Timmy's pretty known inside the space. He's probably going to do pretty well with this project. And again, as always, not financial advice, but that's kind of the sentiment that I'm getting inside the community.
So we're looking at something that's a hold to earn NFT, some reputable people on it. Is there like a lot of hype here? What are you thinking? Like, give me like the brass tacks. Is this what's it? You're saying I can't probably mint it because everything's whitelisted already. What are we doing with this? Am I just sitting this one out? Like,
I think you could still get. Like I said, I'm not sure if you can still how much are going to be reserved. And there's obviously, even if it's 95% whitelisted, there's always people who don't mint during that whitelist period. So there will be some, I think, for the public that'll be left over. So I think if you have the opportunity to mint on Sunday, you should definitely go ahead and do that. But I definitely think that you'll have some time but it's going to be a competitive race on Sunday for you if you're going to be mint on public. But I definitely think it's one of those hyped ones that will sell out. I don't think they'll have a problem selling out. So I don't know. Have you guys been Esco or Warden? Have you guys been watching this?
Yeah. He was just holding a space the other day, and like you said, he holds presence obviously on YouTube quite a bit. And the art is great. If you look at it, it's some of the best 3D art that I've seen in a little while. So especially with the rewards mechanism of like holding to earn type of thing, you know what I mean? Like, he's been around the block. He hangs out with all of us, you know what I mean? He comes into the spaces and he just watches what all the degens do. So incentivizing holding, I haven't really heard of that. You know what I mean? Just for holding.
Yeah.
I think that he knows exactly what's up.
I think so I've heard of this a lot in Binance Smart Chain. It's called Reflections, and you basically hold a coin, and anything off of the taxes get reflected back. This was kind of like Safe Moon. This was that kind of Tommy. I think you were into Safe Moon. I think in the earlier stages, right?
I got in and I got out real quick.
Good move. Good move with that. But for example, like something like Safe Moon or any other these coins or tokens rather, that they get these reflections just by holding it. The problem is with that is the volume drops drastically after the first 24 hours, 48 hours, that volume will drop, and we start to see like insignificant amounts of reflections, and no one even knows if these reflections, I mean, like if it's locked, if it's not locked. I mean, it's all open source code, but I'm not assuming this of this project. I'm just saying I've seen something like this before, and I'm just a little leery of how good a hold to earn is in the NFT space. But I don't know. I have no idea, because if I look here, here's what I'm basing it off of. I'm basing off of volume. So if I start to look at the volume here, Mallards, which was a incredibly hype project, they were doing like $250,000 in volume, and now they're down to 75,000. And the journey was up to like number 3, and now they're like last, and they're about to be bumped off the top. So I definitely see a drop off in big time volume, unless it's like Ape Society or Chilled Kongs. I mean, these guys are always here. Pavia is always here, and I kind of see Dead Rabbits also too. But so
yeah, well, curious to just you can back to the mallet order, not to talk too much about it, but they just hit over 3 million ADA and secondary sales in 9 days. So I think that's an impressive feat inside the space, which is they're still at the top right there. But yeah, there's always good. That's always like what we call the blue chip CNFTs or the top projects over here. You're always going to see them usually within that top 10 for the most part. There's going to be one of them. You obviously the people that are minting during that week, or somebody who has a surge in news may kind of jump into that 24-hour mark. But that's the importance of investing in those strong projects that are going to be here during that bear market, that are building in this time and are able to sustain their funding and just growth in this time period. That's why you invest back into those, because those are the ones most likely that are going to make it through. And I'd say about 99% of these other ones and even some that you're probably looking at right now won't be here in a year. And that's just the reality of NFTs. Okay.
So here's the top question, guys. I'm sitting here. I've got pennies here. I've got a whole chat room of people wanting to invest. How am I supposed to invest when I've got less than 200 ADA? What's the best moves here?
I mean, some of it is just by really taking a chance. I mean, personally, I'm newer in the space, so I'm able to kind of say that with a little bit of confidence, especially with the way that I've done a little bit of research and worked my way up personally. But I mean, really, some of it is just about doing your own research. Some of it's just about taking a chance on a newer project. Especially when you're newer in the space, you might not know all these different artists or all these different creators who have been in the space for a lot longer. So it really just depends on, are you willing to do the work to make yourself some money?
Crawford brings up a good point. It's not like holding a token that you need volume for. Everyone holding gets airdropped in NFT. To level up your character's point earning system, some are even more rare than others. You could sell those. Okay, fair enough. Something I didn't know. Yeah. Esco, what are your beginnings? What's your? I don't want to get too like personal into the details, but I think as a matter of like, relating, especially with some people, I don't have a lot of money into investing in NFTs. Like, what's your investing strategy with how much? I mean, everyone's got limited resources. Even the government does, kind of. Well, right? We could get into that.
Yeah.
Whatever. So but like, what's your investing strategy when starting into NFTs here?
Like, if I was in that position of being like new to the space, and as you're saying, like, you don't have that much resources, obviously you got to try and stay as liquid as possible at all times so you can repeat investment, right? So, long-term holds when you don't have much resources is kind of something you don't want to find yourself in. So if I were new in the space and I knew everything that I know now and I had limited funds, I would obviously just be looking at like really high projects, with influencer. And this is just desensitizing myself and taking out the emotion, right? Find high projects that have the presence of influencers. You can see the reposting. You have to be really attentive in the space. This is not something you're going to be able to just like hop in or pick it up from somebody else's recommendation. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that. So I'll just be paying a lot of attention to the hype, the flow on the Discords, the flow on the Twitter, whichever platforms they're using to hype up the project. Seeing the whales, that's another thing. You got to, go whale watching, I call it. You know what I mean? Seeing who's investing into the projects, because, some of the same people what I've seen, just as an example, for the Mallet Order, you see some of the same people that are big holders on other projects that are more community based, or start as community based projects and then evolve to other things. When you see those similar people, you know that they're going to be investing heavy, right? And therefore also upholding their investment because they have a lot of funding. So as a newbie in the space, I would just be hopping on those projects and flipping them fairly soon from when I get them, just to 2-3x my money, and stays as liquid, so then I can do it again until I can put aside a portion of my money to then have some longer term holds. At the very beginning, I wouldn't get myself in long term holds whatsoever, even though you risk the potential of missing out on 4, 5, 6 type of level of X investments, or flips, I guess, because you have to hold a little bit, but it's too risky when you don't have that much funding. So you always stay with the short term moves pretty much.
So I'm hearing from you, stay liquid, stay in the short term moves, no long term holds, at least not yet, especially when you've got little ADA. I think those are very, very, guys. If you guys are in the chat, give me one for Esco, because I think that really has some big connections in my brain. I'm like, okay, this is what we've been doing. And as you were talking, you were basically describing Ethan. I don't want to brag on this kid too much, but he's an out of high school 18-year-old kid who had less than $100 to start in trading NFTs, but he just kind of got obsessed with it, and then he started flipping and flipping. I was just talking to his mommy, okay, at work, and I was like, dude, your son has made over $5,000 in worth of NFTs, and he could sell those and cash out anytime he wants. I just personally paid my daughter's school with all the gains that I've made in crypto, and that's something that he could easily do, and the school's expensive. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yes, sir.
So I just want to brag on him. I want to shout out to Tommy and Esco for just really good content here, in some tips and trading. So
100%.
Let's get down to brass tacks here, guys. I opened up with the first question was what are you guys doing this week? Are you guys picking up? Is Raccoons the one that you guys are going into? Are you guys whitelisted?
Yeah.
Are you guys waiting for the next week or for this Ore thing? We didn't even go over that. But what's your guys' moves here?
I would just to pick up in the conversation from Esco, what he just said. It's great. Yeah, if you're starting out and you don't have a big bag, Raccoon's probably one I got my eye on right now this week, especially for the short-term hype. And potentially they have a long-term hold thing, which is great too, right? So the hype may, not die as quick as everybody, normally gets in and out of these projects. So I'm whitelisted, so I'm able to mint 4 of these things. If I was just going from my flipper mentality right now, I would mint all 4 and then wait to see what happens with the 4. Probably offload at least 3 of them and hold on to 1. Cover my costs, and that way I'm still exposed to the project in case it does moon up a little bit more. But best case, I have 2-3x my money on some of those original mints, and I'm out and I'm on to the next drop, and I'm taking advantage of that hype. If I'm me, who's been in this game now for a year, I'm over here. Probably I might hold 2 or 3, and I may flip a couple more during that initial mint period. And I may try to stack up to go ahead and grab a couple of the rare ones in the very early term, so I can then eventually, a few weeks later, if the price does take off, I hold some of the rare traits that may sell for a lot higher price at that time frame. So I kind of take that original mentality and level up my ADA, invest a little bit more into the project if I feel it's going to moon, and then eventually sell, which is something that I did with Beyond Citizens. And like I said, there were whales that were buying, people like Crypto Hadouken, people in Mallards like Jake and just some of the Kong, the community. If you see any of those guys coming through, you definitely want to keep an eye on that stuff. So when I see people like that buying in, I'm probably going back in a little bit more because it's giving me a little bit better buyer confidence. So Raccoon's definitely something I would look to go ahead and buy or grab right off secondary early on. Once the price starts to establish itself, and then you may see a run up over the next week.
Got it. So let me see if I could summarize that. Raccoons is what you're getting into, especially for a flipper mentality. For you, you're in a different position, so you want to hold a few rare traits for a long term. But because you're seeing some other big players enter into the space, into Raccoons, into this project, it gives you a little more buyer confidence. And then for other people, I think we should be flipping per Esco's opinion opinion, not advice, opinion. Guys, be sure to check out these guys' Twitter channels and YouTube channels. Tommy, the links are in the description down below. Esco with his Twitter, and Crypto Warden Ethan with his Twitter down below. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe to all their stuff, retweet. They're always dropping in knowledge. That's why they're on this live stream. I only try to bring on the best guests here, and holy smokes, this chat is going crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Holy Toledo. I only see like a slower version on the restream, so I apologize if I'm missing out a whole bunch of chat. Like, I have not seen. I wanted to give a quick. Let's do some house cleaning here. Looks like there's a discrepancy between Jake and Prince YOLO. I'm not sure who put it first. I think it was Jake. Who put in first. With the correction, I thought it was first Crawford. Then I thought it was YOLO. Now I think it's Jake. Is this correct? Esco, did you have something to say? I'm not.
Oh, on what? I mean, I don't know.
Sorry, I thought you raised your hand. I don't know. I'm just trying to. You're just trying to look pretty. I see it. So it's good. So I think it's gonna be Jake, guys. So apologize for that. Remember, let's do the 1.5 ETH giveaway right now. Okay. Here's the story behind this. So this is on the Ethereum network. It's just what I got, so I got going for you. I'm always making deals to give away to the Cowboys. I hope you guys know this, okay? And so I met this guy named Vesa, and maybe you guys saw my AMA with him, maybe not. It's okay if you didn't, no problem. It's this guy in the green hat. This is 44, so it's this guy. Oh, great, I put him. Okay, so he is an NFT artist. He's an award-winning NFT artist. He's based out of Dubai. He gladly did an AMA with me, which I was happy to do. I wanted to get to know, like, okay, what are legit artists who are transitioning from like the real world into NFT. And so we were talking. It's a great AMA. I'd suggest you guys listen to it. But he gave me two of his pieces. He gave me the first piece was this. This is worth 2 ETH, okay? And I took it and I was like, thank you. You know, like. He said, and basically the art he was saying, I took a picture of this woman, and you know that was the art. That it was an actual picture of the woman. That's his art, and then he puts it as an NFT, and then he digitally adds layers to this thing, and you could see like the splotches or whatever. And forgive me if I'm talking like a caveman about art. Okay, so I don't freaking know what I'm talking about. But he said he looked at it and he said, look, it kind of reminds me of a swan. And so he did some digital rendering and he made a second NFT and it looks like this. And so it's like the mesh of like looks like red furry hair and a swan and a human body and like different layering. And so he said he's selling these pieces. The other one he was selling for 2 ETH, and this one's worth 1.5. I'm gonna give this one away. It's worth 1.5 ETH. You could watch the AMA. You could contact Vesa. You could see like he's like super reputable. Let me see if I could pull up. Like he's an award-winning artist. He's speaking at the next London NFT conference. So like, yeah, he's big time. He's big time. Yeah. I'd like to give this away for free today. And here's how I'm gonna do it. All you have to do is find this AMA. And put in something like the best thing that you heard from this AMA. I'm going to go through, and because this is such a big giveaway, it's actually one of the biggest I've done. It's the single biggest giveaway that I've done ever in terms of value. Write the best comment that you can about this project. If you write a good one, I mean, like, this is nothing for, what's the value of Ethereum right now? 1,700?
Yeah, up there.
Something like that. So this is worth probably around $2,300. If you write a fully fledged, I'll pick the top 3 comments, and then if you guys need more time than that, that's no problem. And then you also have to follow him on Twitter. So I'm just gonna double check and make sure you follow him on Twitter, and that's how you do it. So 15, almost 16K, and then let him know that I sent you. But he'll see by these comments. And so yeah, please go ahead and do that. Actually, you know what? I can't. I want to give you guys time to do this, so I probably won't do this live today. Dang it! I mistimed that. I'm sorry. That's my noobish That's my noobish fault. So if you guys lay down I just want a really good comment on here from a lot of you guys, and I'll pick the top 5 and I'll make a random drawing out of the top 5 and make sure that all 5 of you guys are, or whatever. Just do a good one. So yeah, I'll put the link in. There's no restriction. I'm making up the rules as I go along, as you guys can tell. So like, here's what we'll do. Make the best comment you on there. If you have a decent comment, I'll put you in a drawing. I'll do the live drawing next week on CNFT Tuesday, and then we'll do that. He's watching this live stream, so or he will watch this live stream, and to see how his NFT got given away. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. Now, before we end tonight, I got to do one last giveaway. We have to make this happen, guys. We have to. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna, whether you guys get it or not, I'm gonna give away an NFT tonight. I have to. This is part of the channel. Okay, here we go.
All right, we got this one, guys.
Yeah.
Let's draw this thing out. We're gonna draw a little Naru. I'm gonna do, which one should I do? Okay, I'll do this one. Okay. This is crypto related, not NFT specifically related. So Ethan, Tommy, Esco, we're gonna go in that order. So Ethan, you're up first.
Holding us strong with an A again.
You're gonna hang
All
this
right.
Naru strong.
Yeah.
I think I've been going ease. Ease the move for me.
E is correct. Good job.
I'll be going with an I.
Ooh.
I know that this Naru is gonna die.
I'm gonna go with an S.
Ooh, didn't hit hard. Let's go R. Dang.
Are you
We're in
guys
trouble.
serious? This Naru's gonna die. Good, let's go.
Oh, okay. Let's go with a U. Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Not steak.
I'm gonna go with an O just to bring around these vowels. All right, doing a great job.
How about let's go with an R. Oh, we already did that. Sorry, a T.
Yeah, it's up there.
How does that work?
Dude, I thought I knew how to play Hangman with my my normal
True.
How
letters.
many more vowels?
Hang Naru.
It's my turn, right? So we'll go with the.
Sir.
We'll go with the P.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna give the chat what they want. I'm gonna go with an L.
Oh, the chat is right.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Ooh, an L then, huh? Did we do a U?
Yeah, I think it's up there. Is that the U right there, or is that a Y?
Yeah, that's a U.
Oh,
That's
that is a U. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I don't know, man.
Anyone in the chat get this? Come on, guys.
L-E, huh? H?
H. H. H is not it. H is not it.
Dang, I thought it was too.
And it's on me again.
It is.
Let's go with the D.
A D. Good choice. I think that's a D right there.
Oh, okay. Go with the B again.
A B. I think a Naru has a belly, so I think it has.
Right. Dude, how are we so bad at this?
Yeah, I know. I mean, we're gonna have to do a little practicing off stream just to get a little better at it. I'm gonna go with the Y just to round off the vowels, so we can just cancel all those out.
buddy.
No.
Hey, there it is.
We already said
Anyone
an
in
S.
chat? Anyone
Is
in
it
chat?
cycle?
Huh?
Is it
Ooh.
cycle?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It is a Bitcoin
There you go.
cycle. Okay, it's a this is congratulations. You guys saved the Naru. No one picked it up, so I think I think Ethan gets Ethan gets it. This is great. Ethan,
Oh,
I'm
now
gonna
you
give
got
it
now
to
you got
you.
the comments.
You have the choice to give it to the chat or to keep it for yourself.
I'm 100% going to give it away to the chat.
Okay. Very generous of you. Who are you gonna give it to?
I
You
mean,
know
I'm
what?
just.
Here's what we're gonna do, Ethan. I'm gonna give you the NFT, and you run your own contest on your Twitter. Follow Ethan's Twitter. Make sure that you're gonna win this thing. Guys, be sure to check out that AMA. Leave a very nice comment on there and follow Vesa. And of course, most importantly, give a big shout out to these guys. These guests were dropping serious knowledge here that I was learning from. Esco, thank you so much for your knowledge. Tommy, thank you so much. And Crypto Warden, always laying down the smackdown on these games. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching the live stream, and we will see you in the next one. Oh, wait a minute. We still have YOLO and Jake. I'm going to give you guys both a CNFT. Okay, so don't worry about it. I'll send you guys both. Let me know your addresses. I'll see you guys in the next stream.